Halo Sobat Milenial, kembali lagi di acara Locker Room by IDN Times. Dan kali ini dengan tema Piala Dunia 2022 yang sedang berlangsung di Qatar, kita kedatangan dan kita akan mewawancarai salah satu tamu yang sangat spesial dari Belanda. Dan dia adalah salah satu penggawa Aston Villa di tahun 2012 sampai 2012 lalu. Kita sambut sama-sama Ron Vlaar. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Is this your first time coming to Indonesia?
No, I've been here before.
2013 maybe?
Yes. With the national team. We played against Indonesia in GBK here.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience. It was really nice to be here, and it's even better to be back now.
Yeah. So could you tell us your first time when you came here with the national team in 2013? Could you tell us the experience?
Well, it was a great experience because I was the first time for me to be in Jakarta, and it was great to play a game here and to see all the great fans, and the fans were so loud and cheering us as well. So it's not everywhere that when you play an away game that fans are cheering for you as well.
And then after many years you come back here to Indonesia. Did you see any difference? With when you came in 2013 and now in Indonesia?
Well, we arrived last night and it was already evening, so I was trying to get some memories, but I don't know where we stayed back then, we've seen something of the city this morning. But it was hard to recognize things. But I saw the stadium, but it's 9 years ago. So I hope to see it when I remember having a training session on the pitch.
Yes.
But I have to see it again, and I hope to be able to see it again from the inside as well to get more memories back.
Maybe tomorrow, you can. Maybe tomorrow you can take a little walk in the GBK again.
I hope so, definitely.
So let's talk about your career as a player. You spent many times playing for AZ, like Anwar?
Yeah, I played there when I was in the youth academy. Yes. And I made my debut when I was 20 years old in 2005.
Yes.
After that I moved to Feyenoord, another Dutch club. Spent there 6.5 years before moving to Aston Villa in England. And I came back to AZ when it was in 2016.
Yes.
And then I retired a few years ago.
You played for Feyenoord maybe for 6 years, right?
Yes, true.
You know the rivalry between Feyenoord and Ajax?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
So could you tell us the feel, the experience when Ajax and Feyenoord are playing back then?
Well, it was really big. I remember playing my first classical match. That's what they call it in Holland, and it was also with away fans. And after that was actually the last time, because after that the fans clashed and the government decided to not allow any away games and away fans anymore in that games. Yeah, it was huge. It was great to experience, and you could feel the tense in the stadium. So that was unbelievable.
It's always the very tight game, right? When Feyenoord meets Ajax.
Yeah. You know, like the history goes back a long time, and it's always huge matches for the fans as well, and also for the players. Yes. So big games.
But then you make a move to Aston Villa in 2012, maybe?
Yes, 2012.
What's the reason behind your move at that time to Aston Villa? Are you seeing another experience playing abroad? Yeah,
that's of course, my ambition was to go to the World Cup in 2014. I just played at the Euros in 2012, and I thought I have to make a next step.
Yes.
And I thought the Premier League was a very big improvement for that. Also necessary to become a better player. So then Aston Villa came on my way, and they really wanted me. Yes. So then I made a move to England.
So how does it feel? How does it feel playing in England at that time? You know the difference between the Dutch soccer and the Dutch soccer and Premier League, who's more
Well,
faster?
the Dutch league is really good,
Yes.
technically, and but you know it's a step forward going to the Premier League,
Yes.
like more physic and better players.
Yeah.
So that was important for me to improve, and I think looking back is always easy,
Yes.
but it was the right decision.
But then you were saying that you came to Aston Villa to Premier League to make a move and to make a better improvement, and then you can play in the World Cup 2014.
Yeah.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, you missed the opportunity to play in the 2010 World Cup, right?
Yeah, I was, when I was in 2010, that was my first season after 2 years of injury,
Yes.
because I torn my ACL in my knee. So I was out for a long time, and then I played the whole season. So it was really good, because at that time I was not really. It was a question if I was really coming back on a high level, football wise, and then I was in the provisional selection. But I was just getting a little injury, minor injury we were in Austria for our preseason for the World Cup. And then it was over. So it was really bad, unlucky as well, but
Yes.
It was okay for me at that time because I came a long way, and I was already back in the national team, which I've never expected when I was injured for two years. But it was also for me a moment to put new goals, to set new goals
Yes.
for the future. It was good for them.
You get into the 2014 team. You play in the World Cup at that time, and then during that time, the Netherlands national team in the ranked third, right?
Yes, we became third.
Could you tell the experience that you play in the World Cup, something you dreamed of?
Yeah, where can I start?
You can start.
No. It was like it was such a great story,
Yes.
and we won so many things. Nobody expected anything from us, from the team,
Yes.
because we had a bad European Cup in 2012, and we had a really young team, unexperienced team. We had a lot of players who played their first big tournament. And we had Van Gaal as a coach, and he was massive for us. But it was such a great experience, playing all these games in Brazil. Like football is really big over there, and big stadiums, crazy crowd, beating almost everyone, and at the end win the bronze medal. So. Yeah, it's always a big. It always gives a big smile on my face when I think back of that tournament, and it's also a highlight in my career.
So, what's your good moment and the bad moment at that time?
In the
World Cup 2014.
In the World Cup.
The good and the bad.
Well, there were almost only good things.
Okay.
The only thing, my dream was to become world champion.
Yes.
I really believed in that, and of course, I in the semi-finals I missed a penalty against Argentina, so that was, frustrating maybe, or disappointing at least, and also the feeling you let the team down or anything. I played a great game, and it wasn't meant to be to win in the penalty series again, and
Yes.
play for third place.
I remember that during that time, Netherlands beat Spain, you meet Mexico at that time?
Yeah, we beat Spain, Australia,
Costa Rica.
and Chile in the
Chile.
group stage.
Yes.
After that, we beat Mexico and Costa Rica, and then the semi-finals against Argentina.
But I saw that I saw that game during Netherlands meet Argentina. It's very tight, 19 minutes without goal, and then to the extra time without goal again. So it's very hard game at that time, right?
Yeah, it was hard. We already had extra time against Costa Rica, and we win after penalties. yeah, and then again against Argentina with such great players.
Yes.
So yeah, you had to be focused for 120 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, it asks a lot from your body and your focus and your mindset and everything. But it's also the games you want to play in your career. So I didn't feel any tiredness or anything. So yeah, we just kept on going, and it just wasn't enough.
Yes. And then you met you fight with Messi at the time, right?
Yeah.
Could you say us the field experience when you have to fight Messi at that time in the front?
Yeah, Messi's the greatest player all times, maybe. You know, you have Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, but you know, to play against him was huge. But I was focused on my own game,
Yes.
and of course I saw him in the game. But he's a very smart player.
Yeah.
You know, when defensive-wise he didn't do a lot.
Yeah.
So when we had the ball, then he was just finding a free space for getting the ball when they took the ball from us.
Yes.
So we have to be focused on him for 90 minutes, because when he gets the ball and he's turning and he's traveling on you, then it's going to be hard, because then he's the best. So you have to try to avoid him getting the ball, and I think we did really good at it in that game.
Yes, I agree.
But still, yeah, of course, it's only about winning, and we didn't do that. So, but okay, it was a great experience, and you know, yeah, you ask this question now, and you know, I get this questions some more times, because you played against Messi, and yeah, that's something I'm proud of.
Now let's talk about the Netherlands team now. In a match between Senegal, Netherlands play good and then win 2-0. What do you think about this national team now? Because we have Van Gaal too now.
Yeah, that's
and
yeah.
many young players.
Yeah, a lot of young players, a lot of players who played their first big tournament, and I think Van Gaal is a coach who can let you believe that you're really, really good, and maybe better than it is actually.
Yes.
But that's a big quality, because that's you know, he creates a team which is a really important basic to be successful.
Yes.
And I can see some. If you can compare it to 2014,
Yes.
it's a lot, and that's good. And you know, to win the first game is really important.
Yes.
To have a good feeling, and I think after the game, the next day, the family from the players come to the training pitch, and you know, you can spend time together, which is really important, because you're a long way from home.
Yes.
You're a long time from home. And that's really important, because it's good to see your kids or your family, which gives you a good feeling, and it gives a lot of energy to start again and play again tomorrow against Ecuador.
With players like Dumfries, with players like Hodi Hakpo, do you believe that Netherlands will go further in this tournament? Maybe semi-final, maybe or final? Do you believe that?
I believe Netherlands can win the world title, because you have to believe you're capable of doing it. You know, you really have to believe. If you don't do that, then it probably won't gonna happen. You know, and at the end you can see if it was realistic or not.
Yes.
But I believe in the qualities of the team, and therefore they can go a long way. And let's see where it ends.
Yeah. Do you see the match between Senegal?
Yes, I've seen it. Yes.
Is there any players you see it's potential player for the Netherlands at that game? The potential players. Do you see the potential players in this squad now, in the Netherlands squad now?
You mean big players?
He will be a good player.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, there are already a lot of good players. You know, like Memphis wasn't 100% fit, so he was a substitute, but he came on, and you know, he can make a difference. Yes. And Van Dijk is of course a great defender playing for Liverpool.
Yes.
But they have a lot of good players playing for big teams, so they are experienced. They play on a high level, and it's now prime time, and it has to happen now.
And how about the young players in the squad now?
Well, if you look back to 2014, we had Depay when we were really young.
Yes.
And it could be like Xavi Simons from PSV now. Yeah, he's a young player. He can maybe play that role because he scored already 2 goals in 2014, being so young and unexperienced. But yeah, Van Gaal is picking a group, a team, in which he believes is the best team. Not maybe the best players individually, but it's really a team for performance.
Yes.
So he's looking at that, and therefore I believe I believe in this team.
Van Gaal is very interesting guy. He calls the player that is suited for the team, not only the stars, right?
Yeah, true. But not only the team, also the staff.
Yes.
It's really the togetherness in the team, but in the whole team, the players and the staff is, that's really important.
On the last question, you came to Indonesia to the Oranje Indonesia Festival. What do you think about this festival?
Yeah, it's great. I'm really thankful to be here again, and I'm looking forward to the festival. We're also gonna have a training session with kids tomorrow. Looking forward to the festival and the game, of course. To cheer on the national team together. And beside that, I just don't know what to expect really, but I'm looking forward more than ever. And are you there as well?
Yeah, I will be there.
Good.
Let's cheer for the Netherlands.
Yes, we will. Great. So thank you very much. Yes, because to have this opportunity to have this experience here is it's amazing.
Okay, Ron, nice to meet you. Nice to talk with you, with your experience, with your career as a player. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
See you tomorrow then.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Holland.
Yes. Holland, ja.
Oke, Sobat Milenial, tadi kita sudah berbincang-bincang dengan Ron Vlaar mengenai pengalamannya dan juga bagaimana pandangan dia akan skuad Belanda di Piala Dunia 2022 ini. Saksikan terus Locker Room di IDN Times dan akan ada lagi banyak sosok-sosok yang akan kita ajak ngobrol bersama-sama untuk kedepannya. See you, bilang terima kasih. Terima kasih,
Bye-bye.
Bapak.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.